I'm sure it's nothing you don't like. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure.
Hey boys, what's up? It's your boy Colazo here today, guys, and today I'm bringing you my Divine Bond deck tech, so I hope you guys enjoy it. It's one of my favorite decks to play, as I love playing Lionar and Abyssian. They're my two favorite. So nonetheless, let's hop into it, and let me show you the deck I made. So the deck is called Shields and Bonds. That's what I've always called my Divine Bond deck. I don't know why, but it is. It's kind of an odd deck, so just stick with me, and I will show you why I run the things I run. First off, we're running Argian. He's just, I prefer him over Heelnar. I still think he's the better one, so that's why I'm running him. He's still one of my favorite. I had the tier 2 skin with him, so we're going to run that. We're running 2 Argus Barriers. This card's great because it draws you a card and it makes a certain card not, or it makes a certain minion, they can't be targeted by enemy spells, which is great. So you can use this on Ironcliff Guardian. You can use this on anything just to slow your opponent down. So if you're playing Songhai, they have a tough time dealing with this card because Songhai is nothing but spells most of the time. Recently, you know, it's just a Baconator combo, which is the most annoying thing in the game. I just hate it. Hate dealing with it. Once I see it, I don't even want to play. But if you're playing like Spell High or any spell variant of Songhai, this card's very good. It's also good against really anything that has a lot of removal, so it makes it very easy for you to keep your Ironcliff Guardians on board a lot longer. We're running 2 Magnetize, and this is an optional card. You guys can replace this with something else that you want to play with more. The reason I run it is because you can do some really funny combos with it. You can drop an Ironcliff in the corner, have Divine Bond and this in your hand, Divine Bond it, and then pull it right next to you and get the win. I've done it a few times. There's just a lot of cool things you can do with Magnetize. Even sometimes if like they have a minion on your side of the field provoked and the general's next to you, can pull, you know, your minion in front of you, or you can pull their minion in front of you. You know, it's a very useful card, and that's why I run it. Next, we're running 3 Lions. What do I need to say? 2/3 Celerity, good card for 2 mana. We're running 3 Sun Wisp because it draws you a card, which is great, so it thins out your deck more. And it's a 2/1 for 2 mana, which is also great. And then we're running 3 Windblade Adepts. That's my 2 drops, all creatures. So we're running 9 creatures, which is pretty dope. So my 3 drops, I was really conflicted on what to put here. And I decided I want to have a lot of damage, a lot of that damage in my hand that I can just pull out at any time and deal tons of damage to either a minion or the general. So we're going to be running 3 After Blazes, 3 Divine Bonds. And I was very, very, very concerned about running Silverguard Knights in here because I wanted my 3 drops just to be like the buff spells. But after playing a little bit, I think having that 3-slot Silverguard Knight is beautiful because when I'm going second, I have them in hand. It's a perfect turn 1 play for if you're running this deck, if you're player 2. So I'm running 2 Silverguard Knights. We'll see if they stay in the deck after a while. Maybe I'll run 3 and drop something else, but I think he's just a staple in any Lionar provoke kind of deck. So we're running 2 of them. We're running 1 Regalia. Only have 1. If I had 2, I might run 2, but, you know, Regalia is such a great card. Probably should go in every Lionar deck ever made because it's that damn good. I think it's, to be honest, one of the most broken cards in the game. Definitely if you stack this and Dawn's Eye, it's just, that is the most broken combo in the game. That's worse than Meld High. Fighting this and then Dawn's Eye, because it's so hard to beat. But, you know, it's whatever. I'm running 1 of them. It's a good card. Just run it. Running 2 Dilotus. You know, any Divine Bond deck that you're playing, you should play Dilotus because it's not really the Divine Bond on the Dilotus that's useful. It's the Divine Bond on the wall that he makes that's useful. So I'm running 2 of them because I feel like that's all we need. My 4-drop spot as a Lionar player is very difficult because there's so many good cards you can put in here. It was either I was going to stick more towards Provoke, or I wanted to move over and do more towards damage with like Sunsteel Guardian and things like that. But seeing that I have Divine Bond, I have After Blaze in my deck, I want to stick more towards the Provoke, make it more of a problem for my opponent to deal with my deck. So that's what I did. So we're running 2 Dilotus, 2 Holy Immolations. Holy Immolation's great. It's just, it can pull you out of some bad situations. Just if you have it, run it. Restoring 4 health to your friendly minion that you use this on is great. This on Ironcliff Guardians can, give them a bit more health that they were at, so it's great. It's just a good card. Run it. I'm running 2 of them. The next card is Ironcliff Heart, and a lot of people have given me slack about this card because they think it runs too slow or things like that, which I understand, but it's more or less a useful utility card for when I'm not looking so well. And say my Silverguard Knight's at 3-1, I pop this on my Silverguard Knight, and now he's a big threat. So this is more or less used on when your cards are about to die, and then I pop this on it. It's not just like I'm going to use this on my Silverguard Knight when it's a 3-5. I don't do that. And then we have one more card that I'm going to show you that it works great with when I get to that point. I mean, you could also use this on tombstones as well, so keep that in mind. The next card we're going to talk about is Primus Shieldmaster. Running 3 of them. It's a provoke deck. Have to have Primus Shieldmaster. Great, great card. This with your Bloodborne spell with Argian is great. This with Divine Bond is great. Even if you use Afterblaze on this, it's great because it makes it just a bigger threat. It makes it, what, a 5/10? So, use it. It's great. It's a great card. Next is Kron. Kron is beautiful. Still one of my favorite cards in the game. Has Provoke, so it's great with this deck. It has high health, which is great with Divine Bond. And it's just an all-around great utility card. Now, when it comes to Ironcliff Heart, this is one of the cards it matches well with. Because when you replace a card and you get that random 2/2 prisoner, sometimes you don't get the ones you want, like the 2/2 flyer I don't really want most of the time. So you can move that up, and then guess what? Next turn, Ironcliff Heart it. So now you just got a free... You basically just got a free Ironcliff Guardian for 4 mana. So it's great. And then you got rid of the 2/2 flyer, which probably isn't going to be, much of a useful card at that point late in the game like that. Unless they have, like, ranged creatures or something like that. So this with Ironcliff Heart with the minions it makes, great. Running 3 Ironcliff Guardians, what do I need to say? It's the win condition most of the time. You pop that down, Divine Bond it, game over. We're running 2 Ruby Rifters, and, this isn't a very popular card, I don't think, but Ruby Rifter has turned out to be one of my favorite cards in the game. I'd probably say it's my top 3, along with Kron and Albi Sage. And the reason I say that is because I think it has such a great ability. It makes your general a bigger threat, which is nice, because they don't always want to hit your general because it's making you draw cards, and then you're making Ruby Rifter a bigger threat, and then just the draw card mechanic on top of it is great because you're refilling your hand that late in the game, and as you're refilling your hand, you got this big creature that they need to deal with, and if they don't deal with it, then you're just going to keep drawing cards because you can keep hitting them with your general if you choose to go that way, which most of the time I do because since I have so much Provoke in my deck, that most of the time when I hit something, they can't next turn hit me because they have Provokes to deal with, So I think Ruby Rifter is a great card. I would highly suggest it. I'm running 2 of them. Like I said, I love it. If you don't like it, you can obviously sub it out for, something else, a bigger threat later in game if you chose to. And lastly, we're running 1 copy of Pandora. And this is another card that works well with Ironcliff Heart because the 3/3 wolf that it makes, you can turn one of those into a Ironcliff Guardian, which is beautiful, which is why I like it. And then also, it hits that big 3/10 body, so you could hit it with the Divine Bond, and sometimes get the win for it. It's basically Ironcliff Guardian, but with a different ability. Yeah, that's really it, though. I think it's a great deck. I think it runs very well. Most of the decks that I played against with it, it's ran pretty well. And, yeah. So let's hop into the games. I'll come back, and we'll start this back up when I find a match. So, yeah. Alright, guys. So, yeah. We got a match. So, let's hope that we win with my Shields and Bond deck. I think it's a pretty good deck nonetheless. We got something to start with. We don't need Ruby Rifter this early, and I don't think that we would want the Windblade add up to because I have the Silverguard Knight in hand, and that's what we're going to lead off the game with. Ooh, and we got Afterblaze in hand? Alright, that's beautiful. Let's see what he's playing first. I wonder what kind of deck he is. Alright, there's one Hearth Sister down, and it was wasted, so that's great. We're going to move up here. We're going to drop the Silverguard Knight right above us so he can't hit it. and so I can hit it with the After Blaze next turn, because that's what ultimately I'm gonna do. And we're gonna do some big damage turn 1 if we can, if he lets us. I mean, we could also hit it with that Divine Bond if we really wanted to, and do a quick 8 damage. Unless he drops something with Provoke right here, maybe walls. If he drops walls, then we won't be doing damage. Well, War Master, I'm not worried about that. No big deal. He's setting up to grab the Mana Orb next turn too. You can see it by the way he put that. We're probably gonna let him have it, and I'm probably gonna move up here. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move up here, and let me see. So this is our options. We can either hit him with the After Blaze. Do I have music on? Okay, yeah, I do. Sorry. We can hit him with the After Blaze, draw us a card, make it a 5/9, or we could Divine Bond it early game, giving it 8 attack. I could hit that quick 8 attack too. You know what? I think After Blaze is a better thought, because After Blaze is ultimately going to draw us a card as well. We're going to get rid of him, and we're going to do 5 damage to his general. And we're going to call that a turn. I could have Divine Bond him and just did 8 quick damage to him. I'd rather have the card draw this early in the game. It was fine having After Blaze. He's going to Heart Sister it, so that's fine. So a big body that he's got to deal with. Gonna Crypto Code it. He's using a lot of resources to get rid of this one Divine Bond. This one Divine Bond Silverguard Knight. He used a lot of resources. I'm not worried about it, to be honest. It may look like he has a lot of things on board here, but it's not that big of an issue. Good, got one wolf out the way. We have a lot of big things in hand right now. A lot. We're going to knock that out the way. And we're going to drop the Iron Cliff. If I drop it here, he can walk up and hit it with the Heart Sister. So we're going to drop it. We're going to drop it back here so he can't walk up and hit it with Heart Sister. I am vulnerable. I only have 12 health. But I think it's necessary. We have Pandora for 2 turns from now. I don't think we need Lion this late in the game. We got Holy Immolation right in case he does damage. Actually, that's good, because he's probably going to move up, probably play some more creatures around here. Is he going to Dispel it, Cryo it? Aspect of the Fox. I'd rather hit the Cryo or the... That's not fun. Alright. 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 No big deal. So he's playing around things pretty well. Let's see. I can deal 5 to him if I hit him with the Roar here. I can deal 5 damage right to him. Drop Iron Cliff here. Do I want to do that? I don't really think I'm going to need Dilotus. Stone Wisp is good too. I could potentially drop a Shield Master here. And then I'd rather use Roar this turn though and deal 5 damage to him. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move over. We're gonna Roar this. I think we're gonna... So I want to move him back over. If I drop Iron Cliff there, walk up, hit it with that, hit it with that. You know what? That's fine. Whatever. We're gonna do that there. Then we're going to drop the Iron Cliff right here. And then I'm not going to hit him because I have low health, and I don't think that would be the wise move to do. So we have Iron Cliff on board, which is still... he's probably going to Dispel it. Another aspect of the Fox. Alright. My luck today, boys. He's just going to aspect of the Fox everything. Alrighty. I see how today's going to go. That's fine. We have Holy Immolation in hand. I'm going to hit that with the biggest Holy Immolation. That's just 2 aspects of the Foxes in a row. Ugh. There's some big threats too. That was a deadly move. So the key is right here. That's where I want to place a creature. but getting there is going to be the issue. Yeah, I could hit this with the on... I don't really want to hit that, though. Move down here. It's either Sunwisp or Windblade Adept, and I think it's going to be the Windblade Adept. And then I think we're going to hit it with the Holy Immolation. I think we're gonna... I think he used Warbird last turn, right? Yeah, he used Warbird last time, so he won't have it. But then I'm gonna move back. I'm gonna swing with this because I'd rather not take the damage this late game. Draw a card with that. You know what? My hand isn't that bad. I got Pandora, Ruby Rifter in hand. Ruby Rifter right now is going to be useful because I've been taking a lot of damage. Ruby Rifter and him don't very work well. That didn't make no damn sense. Doesn't work well against Vaynar. Or, whoa, why didn't she play anything? Not really against Vaynar, but against any kind of Fae deck because Fae does a lot of damage to your general. Now... we're gonna... I could play Pandora. That I could do. You know what? Let's play Pandora. Let's just get the big threats on the board. Deal 2 to him. Even though it's not buffed, but I couldn't really do anything else. We have Pandora on board, so that's going to make a creature. Ooh, put it right there, too. Right in front of Pandora. I'm out of the way. I'm not sitting in the lane with my creature, so he can't hit me with the Warbird. We have a good Pandora on the field. He's still going to run. Am I afraid of Tiger? Anything that can push? He ain't going to Tiger me. I think he would have just moved over and Tigered me and hit it with like a Frostfire if he had one. I think he's just running. I have big threats on board. Deal 2 damage to me. See, we're on a time limit. We have to beat him before he kills me with Warbird. He only has 8 health left. It is a possibility I could... if I Divine Bond this, it's game. Because if I Divine Bond this, it's going to make it a 6-3... and that's a Sunset Paragon. Okay. Let's drop a Sunwisp. We got Dilotus. It's not really what I wanted to see. We are going to move up. We're going to move up. I have no way to get rid of this. If I had a way to get rid of this, I could move down Divine Bond and win. But I don't. We're going to come down and whack that, because that's got to go. And then I think our smartest move is to just play Shield Master. Yeah, I don't want to get Shield Master. Let's pump the Shield Master, because why not? And let's just... I don't want to waste the Divine Bond in case he gets rid of it somehow. I can throw this in my lane, and then if he hits me with Warbird, he's going to deal 2 damage to it. He still can't kill it, but it might drop the wall. And the wall is what I want, because if he kills this somehow, and I get the wall, next time I can move down Divine Bond it. Which would be great. Ooh, we got flying, boy. I want him to hit me with Warbird and somehow kill this. Because if I get the wall, or if he kills this, it don't matter. Because I can Divine Bond any one of these and win. This, if I Divine Bond it, I won't win, but it still do 6 damage if I Divine Bond it, but I probably wouldn't do that. Or I can Iron Cliff Heart it, or in case he gets out of something, I could fly somewhere to wherever he's at, and Iron Cliff Heart it, which is great. I think we might have this game though. Yeah, we got this game. He couldn't do anything. He was trapped. He was trapped beyond all belief. He wouldn't go nowhere. Nowhere at all, boy. 3 wins in a row. Holla, almost to 7. Almost. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and my Divine Bond deck. If you did, please leave the video a thumbs up. If you didn't, let me know why, you know. Maybe we'll make some changes to the Divine Bond deck. But like I said, I think that's my favorite build with it at the current moment. You know, there might be some tweaking to do or whatnot, but it's whatever. But anyways, guys, I'm your boy Claus. I hope you guys keep on dueling, and I'll see you guys next time.